Good. Cloud9 versus G2. I have the replays here, and we are going to get this underway. So, big things to look for here are going to be mainly Cloud9 and G2, whether or not they perform really well under pressure. What causes G2 to lose this series? What mistakes from Cloud9 almost get them reverse swept, etc., etc. So we are streaming this on Twitch. I'm not looking at chat anymore. We're gonna move them over, and then we'll say hi and see what's up in between the matches. All right, game number 1. Ooh, actually, so this was only a goal scored this game. Let me see if I still have this downloaded. I don't. I might need to download the Epic Pin. I might need it just so we can... Yep, here we are. Just so we can draw some stuff out. Just in case we need to, because we might need to. I used to have it, but yeah, I don't need all that extra. Come on. Sax is probably giving me so much shit in the... Oh, right on cue. Right on cue. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, accept all the agreements. Just give me my pen. Okay. 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 Launch it. Where's my pen? Cool. We'll move that over here. Alright. The Dadsy Strader. Okay. I haven't used this in a while, but I think it has everything we need. Now we're going to get into this game, right? So, C9 on the blue, G2 on the orange. That's pretty much basic. Actually, we'll look at director for a little bit here. I want to follow a player to watch. I want to do right now as we're off kickoff. Probably Torment, because Torment sits in the back here. Oh, come on, game. Don't do this to me. This replay system is awesome, and sometimes it can be a little rough to work with. There we go. Alright, so Torment off boost, off kickoff. Rizzo grabs the side. Chicago's going up immediately off the backboard. And you have J-Naps with the corner to recover. You got Squishy and Gimmick with the cheat. Or no, Squishy with the cheat off the kickoff. Either way, they both like move downfield. And they're ready to play this one. So already a missed shot from Gimmick. That's played in front. Now, we move back here just a little bit, right? And let's look at just the situation. So, they get a great start, and Gimmick already gets a shot off of this kickoff, right? Here, we'll go all the way back to the beginning, because kickoffs are important. They determine pretty much the entire pace of how the game is going to go right off the jump. A good kickoff for a team usually leads to goals if they perform one right. So, you got Torment going for this one versus Rizzo. Squishy and Gimmick. Squishy and Gimmick waiting. And off of this one, Gimmick goes back. That's interesting. Chicago goes for boost. J-Naps cheats. There's no one from Cloud9 that cheats on this kickoff. And the ball bounces toward Squishy. Now, Squishy's already immediately in the air right after the kickoff. Chicago's trying to recover here. But Squishy, he gets a long touch, and Gimmick's already in position to grab this. So you can tell based on how this play is going to break down, Gimmick's going to go for the backboard touch. Torment's going to rotate back around, and he'll be the one to cover Gimmick in case Gimmick misses or whatever happens. And then Squishy's just playing aggressive because he's first man up. In case there's an accident in front of the net, he can make a play. And you see he does just that. Gimmick goes up. Gimmick has a free shot here. They don't expect Chicago to miss this touch. And he does, and I think it throws off Cloud9 just a bit. But Gimmick has the first goal of the game right here. He doesn't expect it, and he rushes it. You could tell just by the angle of the alpha boost. Like, he rushes it and tries to correct it, which forces him to miss the challenge here. But Cloud9 should have scored right off kickoff. It gets knocked away. Torment plays it back in. He's looking for Squishy. And what happens with Gimmick here? Because I think Gimmick goes up again for the ball after he makes his touch. Now, you already have Squishy behind you. Right. Poor touch. He sees Squishy turn around. And yeah, he still just goes up again. Now, Squishy last man back, who's also going for this one at the same time. I don't really understand why this one will work. Like, someone has to turn off, someone has to go on. Because they almost get breakaway played here. And you can see it. We go on Squishy's camera. And he's too far forward. Because he's also thinking another miss is going to happen. He sees the uncomfortable touch. He's trying to play it up. But if Gimmick's on his way back, it buys the team more time. Regardless, Squishy has to make a very scary save here. And again, this is where... I keep looking over here, but the camera's right here. This is where... like G2 have a chance to turn it around. Already in the first 10 seconds, there's mistakes going on. But what was a great touch from Chicago gets blocked out by Squishy. He turns off his ball cam, sees where his teammates are. Torment has to have called that he's on his way back or that he has it at this point because Squishy doesn't see him, but he doesn't rush back. And instead, he goes for the corner boost. So Squishy goes past Torment. Now, this is a chance for G2 to set up offense, right? They have this ball on the Cloud9 end. Cloud9, I mean, we got a double commit right here in front of the ball. Chicago's back. How much boost does Chicago have? He has 100 boost. JNap's sitting at 58. But they can have some consistent offense here based on that strong clear that they got earlier. It's about keeping possession. Now, the opportunity for Cloud9 to break out is Squishy handing that ball off to Torment, but Torment has to beat two members of G2. Depending on who's closest, like JNaps can easily cut out. And if it gets past, Chicago's there in the backfield to buy Rizzo time to rotate out. All right, so we'll go on Chicago here because he's the furthest back. So like we said, they went for the infield pass to Torment, and there's JNaps to make the challenge. JNaps' challenge isn't strong, so it will get boomed away. Good challenge there from Chicago to keep the ball in play. And then this is where both teams kind of set up. Now, uncomfortable touch here for Chicago, but he does recover. And he gets some help. So it'll go into the corner. But let's look at things from Cloud9's perspective, because at this point, it should be their turn to set up offense. Now, there was a bad touch from JNaps, and it pretty much pushed G2 back into their own end. But for Cloud9, it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so we have Squishy with 100 boost. Torment's close to the ball. I think he steals a corner. And Gimmick has 0. He's going for the side boost. But Squishy's going to be the next one to make a touch. We're going to slow it down. So ball bounces off the corner. Squishy has the read. There's really no one to challenge Squishy here. The issue that is with this particular play is that Squishy's going up as second man and Gimmick has no boost. So Squishy, when he hits this towards midfield, he's hitting it. Oh, wait. No, he's hitting it to push it. I feel like this is an interesting hit. Hold on. So he hits it off to the side. Gimmick, who just got the mid boost, is turning. There's no way he can make a touch at all. I feel like this is Squishy pushing it into open space so that Gimmick can come in and rotate better. Oh my God, I keep looking at this side. So that Gimmick can come in and rotate better. And then once Gimmick can get a good challenge on that ball. Because if he puts it midfield, Rizzo has it. He has a strong clear. If he tries to shoot, it's most likely going to be blocked. But this is just a way to buy his team some time. He rotates out. Gimmick comes in. And we'll go back. So yeah, it does buy Gimmick a chance to challenge. And then Torment will push it back. And this is good patience from Squishy. Because that's an easy clear for G2. And he's just waiting for the mistake. There is no mistake, so he plays it in. His teammates have to come back out, but this is where Cloud9 can pass it downfield. Now, as this one gets cleared out, let's look at Torment. So, Gimmick's back. And yeah, that's just Torment pushing it away from G2. High ball from Rizzo. And it's a good idea. Chicago's going for a nice redirect. Oh, this one definitely should have been in. This definitely should have been in here. Who are we looking at? Chicago? Okay, 2 boosts. He gets the corner. He goes up. He sees Rizzo. Torment is out in midfield. And I feel like for Torment, this is poor positioning, and he does get very lucky. Rizzo should have scored this goal. And again, this would be a G2 lead. So we look at Rizzo. Again, in the backfield. He's definitely staying up for the call. He gets up for it. And he turns off ball cam too, but he just whiffs. And again, if he hits that, he scores. So, big save there. Well, not really a save, but yeah. So Rizzo plays up. They know Squishy has the ball. This is just a waste of boosts. I don't know what this is. Like, you have to see Chicago on the side because both of them are sitting there trying to figure out when to go for the ball or when to go for a correct challenge. The ball kind of bounces into open space. Chicago doesn't turn and doesn't go on it. He has 17 boosts, so he has to go back. And then you know Chicago's going to go back, so there's no point of jumping for this. You just waste 50 boosts, and it'll get cleared out. I don't think they get punished for it, but that shouldn't just not happen. Okay, that's a good dive. Now, it just looks like Rizzo's diving at the ball here, but it is actually smart. Because what he does when he dives, right, he sees his teammate on the left. You can see it in a split second here. Like, he turns off his ball cam and he turns it back on. Yeah, right. You see that, like, that flick? Okay, so that small flick is just to see, okay, I have my teammate J-Naps on my left. Squishy's going to have the ball. First, we wait to see what he does with it. Actually, no, he doesn't wait. He just goes because he's like, I'm going to force Squishy to give away possession. Because, again, RLCS, the biggest thing here is a possession game. So, for Rizzo, the plan is, let me challenge Squishy. Regardless, I have both my teammates behind me. We're going to dive it away. And Squishy's going to give up possession. As long as Rizzo doesn't use enough boost, he can also stay downfield and set himself up with a pass play. So, the dive, again, gives up the ball. J-Naps immediately in the air right after Rizzo goes for the challenge because that's exactly what they wanted, right? That's exactly how the play was drawn out. He puts it downfield. Rizzo goes up. Again, how much boost does he have? That's key. And he almost puts a good shot on. So, this was a great play in terms for G2 to really pressure Cloud9 and put them on their own back end. Execution was a little bit off. The shot's off, obviously, from Rizzo. But those are just one of the small things that they do when they want to set up some offense. So just that dive to get him to get Squishy to flick the ball away and give up possession, big deal here. Now G2 are on offense. We're going to get off Rizzo cam. Let's look at where they're positioned out on the field. So Torment on the back wall. Defense from Cloud9 is okay. I don't know. It would be pretty tough for G2 to score in this particular situation. Mainly because you have Torment on the back wall covering one side. Gimmick sitting at technically front post, but he's also rotating around. And then Squishy coming back. I think boost is a big factor here, but I don't think 23, 54, where's Torment? 50. They're decent enough to hold off, but they're also really low. So for G2, this could be a chance for them to starve them, eliminate boost, really get aggressive because Cloud9 don't have a lot of air control and play it that way. It's also really tough to do because you do have Torment on the back wall. But let's also look at their boost, right? J-Naps with 100, and I think Chicago sitting at 31, challenging the ball. We know Rizzo doesn't have any, and we know that corner boost isn't gone. This corner boost is gone, but it's also respawning really soon because we saw Squishy when he went up for his original touch. He went back to get this particular corner boost in that in the left corner. So maybe after a few seconds, that could be a steal from G2, and then they could also play it in. But we're gonna look at J-Naps because he's the furthest back here. And we can just see the rest of the field and also see how the play, what they try to go for here. Because they do have some options, right? Chicago can get the dribble. And this is where I bring out my little epic pin here. Depending on how much boost Chicago has too. He has 31. So he can bang this ball if it drops down. It's going to drop down to the side. And here we go. Pink. Now let's use yellow. We'll use yellow. What does this pin look like? Can you guys see the pin? Is it coming up? No, it just looks like I drew on my screen. Okay, that's That's a yikes. You guys can't even see it. All right, well, we'll scrap the pin for right now. Pin is scrap. Until... Unless I put this in window mode. Let's see what it looks like. Hold on. Pointer. Window capture. Oh. If I capture Epic Pin. No, capture the app. You dingy. Is it going to show? Yes or no? Okay, I think I'm breaking it. Alright, let's try. What if I put Rocket League in window? Yeah, no, I'm just breaking stuff. Alright. We will clear that out and then I'll use it a little bit later. Let's see. And minimize this, and we'll just get back into it. So, you have Chicago sitting pretty much right here. Right? He can roll this ball up on the sidewall, go for the dribble. He has to stop Torment, though, because Torment's waiting for him. Or he could just try to hit this one hard off of the corner. It's very risky to hit it off the corner because he doesn't have as much control over where the ball goes. He does, but he doesn't. You also have Squishy coming in. So he's in a really, like for him, not a lot of time to think here. And he has to make a move. But if he gets it out to midfield to J-Naps can score. But we'll see what they end up going with. So he does go for the high touch. And again, he kind of needed to. I think Gimmick backflips here. Everything happens in a split second. Okay, so we see Squishy going across. Oh, Gimmick just reverses. Is he reversing into the boost? Oh, he does. He reverses into the corner boost. So ball bounces out. Rizzo only has 2 boosts. He's just floating at this point, trying to get down. And J-Naps, he's already activated his first jump as he's trying to go and try to put a shot on. Man, I really wish I could get this pin working. Do I try to mess with it one more time? We'll do it later. We'll try to bring it in the game 2, because we're already in the game 1. So, J-Naps goes up. And I think after he realizes where this ball is, he realizes that he doesn't necessarily have a shot, right? Because, like, again, best way is to get it out middle. But for J-Naps, he has to be, like, where he is versus where he wants to be. Like, you want to be right here. Because you want to be able to get a solid, hard redirect. Force Torment to be in the back spot. Hit it behind Torment. But also hit it with enough power to stop Gimmick. Because remember, Gimmick reverses. He picks up this corner. So after that, Gimmick can go straight towards net. But with J-Naps touch in his team's situation, with Chicago pushing this one into the corner, Rizzo not on his way back, J-Naps doesn't have that many options. Or at least that many good options in terms of what's best for his team here. Putting a shot on doesn't do too much. So instead, he's going to go up. And he puts it as close to net as possible. Squishy's able to make a save. And Torment is able to get off the backboard. So I think this is Squishy grabbing that mid and using like the last of his boost. Makes a save. Pushes it off to the side. But big props to J-Naps though, because he did try to put a shot on. It just wasn't going to work against Squishy. It was too slow and it was off target. So good control here from Gimmick. Good pinch mid. The infield pass. And I wonder what this was too. Right? So here's J-Naps. He's trying to dodge a bump by Squishy. Squishy barely misses. For Chicago, an infield pass. Yeah, he has to go for J-Naps. So he gets the corner. He's in a tough spot. It bounces right in front of him. And he just barely puts that in the right spot. What happened here? Oh, does JNaps have... Okay, that's exactly what it was. JNaps faked. This wasn't like an intentional whiff. It was a fake. I'm almost sure of it. Because he only has 12 boosts. Either he thinks he's going to go for it, and this is just a bruh moment, and then Chicago has to bail him out. Let's look. Because it might just be a mess up. Let's just pay attention to the jump here. Let's pay attention to Chicago's shot. If it's a fake, Chicago should have a good shot here. Okay. I definitely think it was a fake. Just based on Chicago's touch. Because JNaps doesn't go... Oh, that's a bad way to look at that. So let's start here, right? Gets a boost. Chicago goes up. Tries to get a double touch. I feel like it's a little bit of both. I feel like JNaps probably caught the faking too late. And then that gets cleared. That's my dog. Oh my. Hold on. I need to make sure everything's cool. Alright. We had someone at our door. So I had to say what's up. So we were talking about the fake from JNaps. Chicago had a shot on. It looked really good. The play looked good. This was a good save from Cloud9 at the same time. And the interesting part here is Torment, right? So let's go all the way back to this moment. Oh, shoot. Nope. Even further. Where Torment gets beat out. He immediately goes straight down. Rushes back. Grabs the corner. Or grabs the mid. And a last second save from Torment. A good save from Squishy. But Cloud9 are stuck. Not the best clear. A double commit. Squishy and Gimmick right next to each other. They're trying to spread out. Squishy almost bumps Torment. And they lose so much. And this is like Squishy just kind of wandering around the pitch at this point. No, we'll go back even further, right? Go back to this. We'll look at the same play again. So, Squishy picks up 100. JNaps fakes. Chicago goes up. He beats Squishy. And they almost get scored on. Squishy has to hurry back. He sees a chance. It's a good save. He's at 18 in net. Gimmick wave dashes out. Someone has to make a challenge. He's not able to get there. Squishy chills. This is good. Patient play. He goes up with Gimmick. No communication. Still no communication. He pushes downfield with 0 boosts. Turns off. Looks for the mid. Torment gets the mid. Because he sees both his teammates move up. The ball is immediately cleared. And then Torment is able to play this through. But the issue here with this play is that they will go from breakaway to back on their own end. So, Gimmick, he wants to get a flick. He gets enough boost. He goes to steal boost. If Squishy has boost, he goes up on this sidewall to challenge Jane. I don't know if he gets there in time. I would say he would go up to the sidewall to challenge JNaps. Let's just look at a big picture. Yeah, you go left. And he does. He makes his way to the left. So what's up with Torment going for this mid? He has 37. Because this just doesn't look right. Torment getting pads. I think the fault might be on Torment here. Mainly because you have Squishy on the side. And for Torment, yeah, there has to be like a lack of communication where Squishy's not saying how much boost he has. and now like Torment is all the way pushed up, or Squishy does, but they both go for the same boost. I really think that there's just like no communication here, like for this entire like 30 seconds. The reason I say that is just based on what I've, like, we go back, right? Let's go back to the 3-minute mark. 3:03, ball in the corner. We'll look at Torment's perspective. Torment goes up, he gets beat. Gimmick races back. He goes up, beat, Torment, last save. So everything's fine there. Squishy with the save to the side. Okay, cool. I feel like communication stops right after Squishy says like he has low boost here. They all are low at this point, but I feel like that's where things kind of just fall apart. So, oh, okay. I think Torment thinks that boost is gone. I think he thinks JNaps takes it. JNaps doesn't take it, but he goes over there. I think Torment might have associated that with him taking that corner boost. But regardless, they need to call. People need to call when they're going for boost. Torment goes off to the side. Squishy does his turn. As soon as he does his turn, this is like, oh, this is awkward, bro. Because they both go for the same stuff. They almost run into each other. And you see Squishy panic jump to get past Torment. Torment slows down. He gets a second to think and he goes up because Chicago's creeping. Torment's able to make a good save. Push it in open space. It drops. Off to the side. Good pass to Gimmick. So for them, they have to like kind of pick it back up. So Squishy's not able to go for a challenge here. I mean, he does, but this looks really strange. Yeah, he didn't get his jump right. Or it just didn't go the way he wanted to, so he backed off. He pulled off. Squishy calls off Torment. I'm 100% sure because I think Torment has a lot of boost. Squishy calls him off, which is a good call off because he's behind him, and Squishy gets a better touch. He still hits it into JNaps, but I think they were both going to, regardless, hit the ball into JNaps. The thing about that particular one is that depending on how much power, like if Squishy gets more power on the touch, it makes it harder for JNaps to get the touch that he wants. A slower ball gives JNaps more time to think, and it helps him put himself in a position to where he can actually like hit the ball and push it all, like boom it as far as he wants, or places it exactly where he wants to. So Squishy is smart here for calling off Torment. Gimmick goes up, a good touch. Someone should have went up, whether it was Squishy or Torment, and you can see Squishy wants to go up, but he has 32 boost and he's not going to get a challenge. I think Torment waits to see if there's anyone available. Chicago's getting the mid. Rizzo's sitting at midfield with, how much you got, Rizzo? You got 59, so he can make a challenge. And then Squishy tries to go up again after he does his own weird backflip. He wins that. What? How does he win that? This should be a Rizzo win. Like, you have Squishy with the backflip. Oh, Gimmick. Wow, that's actually interesting. But still, Rizzo goes up first, but Gimmick is trying to Goomba stomp Rizzo here. Like, he's trying to literally cover him. That's actually really good. He doesn't. And then as soon as Rizzo realizes he's not getting challenged is when he goes into the air. And again, he still has Squishy beat, but he, instead of going for a touch, it's like he's going for a block. Why does he go for a block, right? Yeah, it's like he goes for a block. When he has that ball. That is his ball. So G2 so far, we're at a minute and 33 left, right? Cloud9 have had some breakaway plays, but Cloud9 got no consistent possession, no consistent offense, and it's been the G2 show. G2 have not been able to put the ball where they want to, and really get a quality shot chance on. We've seen that from what we've looked at. No quality shot chances, but they've had this ball on Cloud9's half for so long that you gotta start thinking, okay, why haven't G2 scored a goal? Ball pinched out, Torment with a clear. Pinch from Squishy. Gimmick too far forward. So then they look at this. Everyone from G2 moves downfield. You finally have Torment out of the net. Squishy and Gimmick. Squishy has a lot of boost. Gimmick doesn't have a lot. He has to get the corner. This is the play. Or this is really one of the few chances you're I mean, you've had a lot of chances, but this is really one that you need to score. So Squishy hits it off to the side. It's a strong clear from Gimmick. That double touch, oh my goodness. This man is nuts. That's such a good double touch. So we go back. Again, this is when he was super long boost. So he plays this. Squishy, okay. Wow, this is really good from Cloud9. This was actually like super good from Cloud9. Alright, so we have Squishy, right? He's on his way back. He's got a long bomb. This part, you got to call pass to Gimmick, right? So Gimmick immediately gets a call for a pass. Otherwise, I think he goes somewhere else. He turns off his ball cam for a split second. Right? Gets beat. Turns off his ball cam. Back on, back off. Sees Squishy's up. This is coming to me. You can tell right in this angle that he knows it's going to him. So, turns off. Goes supersonic. And then just does this, right? Oh my, this is... I really like this. I really like this. Okay, so he goes up, right? You see him get the flip. So you're thinking, when is he going to use the flip? Is he going to hit it into the ball here? Which he totally could have done. But instead what he does, even while Torment's going up for it, I don't think Torment expected this. And I kind of wish Gimmick got an extra touch here. But I'm going to slow it down. He hits the ball. And then he uses it to wave dash, right? There's the dodge right there to wave dash. And then he jumps right back up. And I think he double jumps. And look, he goes for it. He tries to get another block. Man, that would have been crazy. That was really good from Gimmick. And it was a really good play from Cloud9 like in general, because we talked about it like a minute ago. You're going to think that with that clear and with Torment out of the play, G2 they thought that they had a chance. But Squishy infield pass to Gimmick. Gimmick double tap into a big challenge. He threw off Torment. But like those two who started out with so little boost were able to get that ball right back in midfield and slow down G2 considerably. So we're going to go to Torment and watch from his perspective. Oh, still in slow motion. Okay. And that's how they score? That's how they score. You're kidding. So, again, right? So, Squishy forces Chicago to make that. I mean, not Squishy. Gimmick forces Chicago to make the touch. Rizzo puts it high. And, well, no. Chicago puts it high. Rizzo's chasing Squishy for the ball here. I think Chicago's really low on boost at this point. Yeah, he's at 0. J-Naps. Okay, we gotta look at J-Naps here. He has 12. He's on his... He turns. So he turns. Chicago is also going for the ball. I think J-Naps should have just went back. Chicago, one of them should have went back. This is considerably low boost. I get that there's a minute left, but this is really low boost, and you have Torment in the net. You don't challenge, like, you have Torment in the net. They both turn, and they both go, and they pay for it. Someone should have went back. I think J-Nap should have went back. I think they both should have went back, to be honest. If I'm being real, no one has this. I feel like they both should have went back. And the Torment's like, boop. They didn't bump each other? Oh, I'd be tilted. Oh, at this point, the game is over. In my opinion. It's game one though. It's like it's not over, but that's really tilting. But regardless, like they both were too aggressive and they both should have went back. No one had a solid touch on that ball. Oh, they almost get one off the kickoff. I think Chicago was more mad than tilted. Cheap kickoff goes to Chicago. Good shot, but they're set. No one from Cloud9 cheated on kick. Gimmick going for the waste this time. Chicago steals boost. Oh, that's a good pass. Oh man, yeah, man, I'd be mad. I'd be mad, but that's me. I'm not a pro. This is a great setup though. Okay, let's look at Chicago. Right, he's not really looking here, but you can see out the corner of his eye he understands. Like, all right, you gotta put a good shot on here, and it is a really good shot. It actually was a really good shot. It's just getting that ball past Torment and into this small pocket it's really hard. Honestly, it would have been it would have been one of those shots that he scores that everyone would have been excited for, but it would have been underappreciated. But it was a really good try. Rizzo, where you at? Going for the flip reset. He bounces it down. All right, so how much control does he have here, right? So Rizzo has a lot of control here. He turns off ball cam. He's also racing Gimmick, so he has to kind of react before he thinks a little bit. Jumps off, looks for the touchdown. He's not able to grab it. Pinches out. Squishy goes up. Torment's already back. Another infield pass. And they almost get away with that too. A good save from Torment. Gimmick's going to play around. Final few seconds. Ball's going to hit the ground. Rizzo misses, and that's game one. So, interesting game one. Cloud9 looked like they had a lot of offensive pressure. Or no, they were put on. G2 had a lot of offensive pressure, but they couldn't find the back of the net. They had some good shots, but they could not find it. And Cloud9, they got really lucky they won that one. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna jump into game number 2 really soon. Put up game number 2 between G2 and Cloud9. Put my glasses on. Oh, actually, let me get this lame pin. Nah, no pin. We just won't do the pin. Talk about this pin so much. I don't think we've needed it at all, based on what we've seen. San, me, itch. Oh, what is this? What is display 1 and 2? What is display 2? What is that? Close them. I don't know what they are. Close them. Close that. I don't know what it is. Sorry, I'm getting rid of some background. Okay. So, game number 2. Boom. Cool. Let's do it. Kind of just won by 1 goal. Not the best play from them offensively, but they still won. I gotta look at like how these kickoffs look, man. All right, kickoffs are so important. I don't give them that much credit. Rizzo with a cheat. This time, Torment cheats by Gimmick. Last game, that looks so weird. Last game, they both went for boost, but I think that's only when Torment takes kickoffs. Because Torment cheats here. Squishy goes for the right. Rizzo, I like this. It's like kind of a soft cheat. But if it's a kill, then Torment gets there. Okay, so pinches out. Oh, what a pinch, too. Squishy immediately turns. Chance ball. This is going more towards Torment, but Torment's also in a weird spot. He beats Rizzo to that, which is weird. But either way, Rizzo can move out. There's no real boost for him, so he should just rotate back. J-Naps can come in Chicago. I think he has a full tank. He does. For C9, it's kind of a tough spot. Gimmick has to run back here. Squishy. He's already got a boost. Does he deny this corner? He either denies it or he just turns and goes on defense. Yep, he turns and goes on defense. J-Nap's up. Again, Chicago has boost here. If I could see this play out and figure out what happens before it does, I say J-Naps goes for touch off the backboard, and then Squishy hits it to the left, and then they play from there. Oh, whoa! But there's Gimmick. He gets a bump on J-Naps, which throws off his entire offense play, and Chicago has to play recovery. Rizzo, there's no way that boost is up. Is that boost really up? Wow, Rizzo gets the side. Sometimes the reason I'm questioning the boost is sometimes in replay review, depending on if you reverse or not, the boost spawns like some will disappear and some will appear. It hasn't been 10 seconds yet. Like, I don't know. It's really odd because I think Squishy went to go get this one and now it shows it up. But whatever. Challenge from Chicago against Squishy in front. Torment's chasing down J-Naps. Rizzo probably has to play a little bit further back here. He's the last man. Chicago just went for a touch. J-Naps goes for the back pass. So that, you probably call it back pass at this point. That's the only reason Rizzo will play so close. A good read from him. He has to beat Squishy, who probably has a better angle on this one. Rizzo's playing more recovery as Squishy's going toward the ball. Squishy can also, if he has enough boost, he can play it for a double. I don't think he does, though. And where's Torment? Torment's in midfield. Gimmick's on his way back. J-Naps is going for the back boost. Yeah. So Rizzo has enough time because both him and Squishy were both. That's a really nice image. But both Rizzo and Squishy are playing for this ball. It bounces off the top. And Chicago has this one, even with Torment behind him. This should be Chicago's ball. And then J-Naps is sitting in the back corner with 100. So let's look at J-Naps' perspective. He immediately goes up. Keeps it in play. He saw Rizzo to the side. And then Rizzo's Rizzo's kind of forced to play that. He has enough boost, though. And he puts it back in front for J-Naps, too. Like, for Rizzo, like, this is... I'm not going to say for Rizzo it's an uncomfortable position. It does look like it's an uncomfortable position, but he definitely makes the most of it to hit it right back off to J-Naps. J-Naps has to beat Gimmick. That's a kill. Chicago's coming, but like I think this is, again, he's forcing Squishy to... He knows he's beat. I think he knows he's beat. Yeah, he has no boost. So he's just forcing Squishy to give it away from the dive. He backflips. Rizzo goes up. Let's see. You have Torment all the way in the back. You have Gimmick kind of sitting. You just hit this to the left to throw it away. Because Gimmick's too far forward. He'll have to readjust. Squishy has to readjust. And then buy Chicago and J-Naps sometime. Remember, Chicago has no boost. And J-Naps also has no boost. Is that up? Nope. Yeah, so they're sitting at 0. So Rizzo's playing like savior here. Oh, that's a good touch. That's a really good touch. The first one's okay. It buys his team a second. But the second one to actually beat Torment is huge. Rizzo doesn't have any boosts. He's just kind of chilling while he waits for the corner. He gets the corner. Yep, keep it close. And then that one gets sent past Chicago. But Chicago has this because he can control it. Now look at Cloud9's positioning, right? Squishy, Torment, and Gimmick. All kind of sitting here on this right side. Chicago has full control of this ball. Chicago hits this right, and it's a goal for G2. Like, they can immediately just make this a turnaround play. I won't say it's that tough just because of where Cloud9 are position-wise. But let's see what Chicago does. So, Gimmick immediately fans out. Squishy stops and turns. Torment's going for the dunk. And he gets there quickly, but Chicago still wins the challenge. Squishy is forced to react because he's last man and Gimmick's up. And remember, this could have turned into a turnaround play for G2 real quick. So, Squishy has to keep it in. And look at Chicago. What a touch. He jumps off the wall, dodges early to get a challenge, and he wins it, man. Oh, man. So, again, like I said, for G2, great turnaround chance here. J-Naps, how much boost does he have? Does he get... He has 79. He just has to be Gimmick at this point. Dodge forward. It's a race to the ball. The touch from Chicago is so hard that he can't... And J-Naps, I think he's like half expecting Chicago to win this. Because he gets past two. Like, this is a double dunk. This is a really good mechanical play. At least in terms of like positioning his Octane to win two challenges, mechanical play. Like, don't kill me out there. But where's Rizzo? Okay, he leaves that corner. Yeah, J-Nap should just move up. If Rizzo's back, he should just move up. And he does. He starts boosting, but he stops. Which is fair. Because if that ball kills to the ground, then he can control it. But with that win, like, that's fantastic. And he reacts really quickly. Alright, so go back to player view. Let's put 50 on. So he has to beat Gimmick. And he's just going for the pre-jump here because the ball actually goes closer to Gimmick than anything. What's Gimmick sitting at in terms of boost-wise? He's sitting at 24 boost here. Did he actually get that corner or no? Oh, wow. He didn't even go for the corner. After the challenge win, he just went straight for the ball. He grabbed a one pad and used it to boost as he was going up the sidewall to get the challenge here against J-Naps. And he won it. Ball over boost, my friends. So this is going to be Rizzo. Chicago is in a weird spot. I think he's just now hitting the ground. Yeah, he just hits the ground here. And then I think he's expecting J-Naps to be able to pinch him mid just in case because it is a breakaway. He doesn't do it. So he tries to rotate back. And then Rizzo, it's his turn to play the ball in. Rizzo goes for a mid pass, but Chicago isn't there. I don't know how I feel about this one. Mainly because, right, you get that mid pass, and if Chicago was, I don't ever think Chicago is where Rizzo's hitting this ball. Like, I don't think he is there at all. Because remember, Rizzo is hitting the ball towards this kind of, you see this blue line where these lights are? He's hitting it towards this general zone. But Chicago, this is the only time Chicago would be there, right? He would have had to not move and sit there. Torment doesn't go for a demo on him. Does Rizzo, okay, we gotta look from Rizzo's camera though. So Rizzo sees Chicago. Chicago goes out of view. But Rizzo's touch is still past him. I think a better touch from Rizzo is to just probably push it toward the backboard. Or to push it behind Torment. Man, I really wish I had that pin, man. You see this like panel right here? Like towards this area of the panel. Depending on the angle he gets at the ball is also something that you got to pay attention to. Nah, he could totally hit that like inside close. He either hit it inside close to Torment or hit it wide. I don't think you should hit it wide though, because then Torment, who's sitting on the back wall already, how much boost does Torment have? He has enough. So Torment's sitting on the back wall already. If he aims it for this backboard, Torment hits it over to the side, and then Cloud9 can immediately turn that around for a counterattack. So you got to be smart here. But that being said, pushing this midfield when no one can get it is very bad, especially with Chicago sitting right here, because that's how they got scored on last time. Well, not really. It's not really how they lost game one, but Chicago was in the same position too far up It's not Chicago's fault he's too far up. He initially pushed the ball down here in the first place. J-Naps was trying to get it mid because Chicago was already up, so it's back to him. And then Rizzo is trying to like keep the play alive and also buy his team some time to rotate. But this is just not the touch to make. So then that gets cleared. Oh, and Squishy turns it into a pass play. Does Gimmick have the boost? Oh, he does. He does. And it's interesting too. I think Chicago does a good job of like recovering. I'm playing this in slow motion though, so this is really not the best thing to do. Let's play full speed. Okay, so Chicago drops down. Ball comes through. Rizzo, no, that's bad. Squishy. How much boost does Squishy have? Because I feel like Squishy could have banged that. Oh, he didn't have a lot. No, he had full. Okay. Yeah, he could have put that on net. I feel like Squishy thinks that it's a better play to hand it to Gimmick because Gimmick can get more power and Gimmick's closer. So when Gimmick is playing the ball closer, wait, it's getting dark. Is my green screen dying? Oh no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, Squishy passing into Gimmick because Gimmick's closer. He puts more power in the shot, and it buys Chicago less time to react. Especially if Chicago is thinking that Squishy doesn't have... What am I saying? Especially if Chicago's thinking Squishy's going to hit it towards him. I also don't think Squishy knows how much boost Chicago has. I think like that didn't faze me. If he knew Chicago had no boost, then that's a goal. But he hands it to Gimmick and J-Naps cuts it out. That's a good touch from J-Naps too. And it forces Gimmick to have to play it in. And Gimmick plays it in back towards Squishy. I don't think Squishy has the touch here to put a lot of power on it. I think Chicago still saves it. He's already in the right spot. And I think he has at least 30. Yeah, pretty much 30. That's good enough. Oh, he just straight up whiffs. Rizzo clear. To J-Naps. J-Naps drops. Chicago. Oh, that's off. And they push this one right back and forth. Does he know he has the entire net? He has a whole net. Wait, does he? No, he doesn't. Gimmick has boost. This makes more sense. You see Gimmick. He definitely could have shot it on, but I think Gimmick would have saved it. Unless he puts it like in a top corner. He has to put it in a corner. Anything else, Gimmick saves. But I do see the play to push it behind him. If Rizzo was recovered. You see Rizzo on that right corner. If Rizzo was recovered, then this turns into another pass and Rizzo scores. How much boost Rizzo got? Yeah, 68. They could do that. Turn. I don't think Rizzo was expecting it. Yeah, if Rizzo gets there quicker, that could be a goal. So, although Chicago... Let's see, how does this work? Oh, man, I feel like if Chicago goes for that left side, he scores. Man, I wish you could see what I'm talking about. But if he goes for the left side of the net, he scores. I really think he could have put enough power behind it to where Gimmick couldn't get the touch. Rizzo also could have scored if he beat out Torment. But I think Rizzo thought that Gimmick would put it in the air, so he didn't want to die for it. Now it gets cleared to the corner. That's a good try. That seems rushed. Where's J-Naps? J-Naps! He's in the air. J-Naps, how did you get in the air? Mid boost. Ball up. He goes up to keep it in play. Looking for a double. He says, I don't have the double. And then Chicago tries to come in really quickly to put a shot on. And that's the second time they did that in this series against G2, right? Hold on, guys. Just really quickly. Okay. That's the second time he's done the fake. And Chicago, again, he had a shot. Yeah, I think he could have scored that too. He could have scored that too. Yeah, Gimmick's racing back. He doesn't make it in time. Can I go to fly camera? No! This is not the camera I want! There we go. Oh, man. He's so close. Alright, so Gimmick goes for the dribble. Let's look at Cloud9. We've been looking at a lot of G2. Okay, so you got Torment in the back. And this is solid positioning for Cloud9. G2, they could totally save this and stop this. I don't expect the Cloud9 goal. Slow play from Gimmick. Obviously, they expect Chicago to clear it. Torment drops back. Goes for the control. Buys his team some time to rotate out. You do that. Gimmick pops it up. Okay, this is a questionable action from Torment here. He hits it off to the side. Does he know Squishy at? Squishy's at 0. Did Squishy steal that? Oh, Squishy steals that boost. Okay, so he has to have seen that in order to give it back to Squishy. Either way, giving it back to Squishy means Squishy and Gimmick do their thing for a little bit and Torment can recover. Chicago's waiting in net. So on net touch isn't good. But I wonder if this is better if Torment controls it and goes for a dribble play, right? Like, instead of just bouncing like that towards the ball, if he plays and goes for a flick, I don't think that's necessarily Torment's style of play. I know that he's, you know, obviously really good third man, really good in pushing the ball in towards his teammates. But what if he does control this ball and then goes for like an infield play or a flick towards Squishy rather than push this ball in the air and then have to force a challenge? I mean, it's just something to think about. I'd still think the defense from G2 is good, but that's just one idea from it. So Torment's still sitting at 47 boosts. Boost management is really good there. He gets a solid challenge. It's going to go off the backboard. Good block from Rizzo. J-Nap's a great clear from him. Really good clear. Rizzo. Shot not on this time. Chicago slow shot. Why is this shot slow? Because this should be a play here from G2. Let's look at Chicago because Chicago has the best camera from this angle. So good touch from Rizzo. Yeah, Gimmick's already in the air, so you just don't jump for it. Wasn't expecting Gimmick to whiff. That's why the shot's slow. At this point, it's him versus Torment and Squishy. Does he hit it behind them? He should. He hits it behind them. They score. Okay, big double whiff here, but Rizzo is back, and he should be Gimmick to the ball. Gimmick. Oh, that jump from Gimmick changes so much, because Rizzo has the control here, but I think Gimmick baits him into the dunk. I really think he gets baited. Because, like, this is a win. He hesitates, too. I think Gimmick sees that hesitation, because he's like, oh, you're trying to control this. I'm going to just smother the ball here. And he does that. Like, he's so far away compared to where Rizzo is. And look at how he closes the distance. Like, if we start from when this ball drops, right? There's Chicago. You see Rizzo on screen. Ball going towards Gimmick. I mean, going towards Rizzo. Gimmick's already supersonic. But here, let's slow it down just so I can show you guys. Gimmick's not going to stop. Rizzo. I just want to see where he fakes it. Right there. Right here is when he loses the challenge. Because he goes for this kind of like turn on the outside. Because he's trying to play it around Gimmick because he thinks he has more time. What the hell is going on here? Y'all good? That threw me off. Okay. Yeah, he does this kind of like subtle move to the side because he's trying to play this around Gimmick. but Gimmick's already supersonic, and he's just racing towards the ball. Gimmick's not going to waste any time because he's going for a dive here. Torment's back, and Torment's getting... I have no idea what's going on here. I kind of want to just like play this from this angle so I can see all of this happen. We're going to go really slow. Okay, Torment breaks away. So if Gimmick loses the challenge, Torment should be okay. Oh, he only has 3 boosts. He has to get that corner. Does he turn for the corner, or does he just continue to play up? Okay, he dodges up. He's going to get these 2 pads. Gimmick with the smother on the ball here. I think at this point with Torment with 3 boosts, I don't think he expects... I think right here he expects Gimmick to win the challenge. Because again, once Rizzo, who is not boosting... Now Rizzo's not boosting toward the ball. He really thought he had so much control here. He's not boosting towards the ball. Gimmick going full supersonic. All the way towards it. Turns this into a situation where Rizzo now has to react. And he's going to hit this right into Gimmick. Gimmick goes for a block here. That's how close Rizzo is to the ball. He makes it to the ball first despite being so slow. Torment moves up forward. He's going to get that boost. And the dunk happens. I don't know if they get scored on this or not. Let's look at Torment's view. Ball goes out. Torment has a shot. He should have scored, man. He so should have scored. Oh, wow. Good recovery from JNAPS. But, nah. G2 should either cleared that ball or they were getting scored on. Torment, the only reason they scored, one, Torment's low on boost. Like, Torment being low on boost here. And JNAP's like messing with him in that corner buys him enough time. But otherwise, they should have been scored on. Infield play. Torment, is he going to jump? You got JNAPS to the side. No, Gimmick goes for a second touch. Torment faith in his teammate. As you see, he's still facing forward. He also has Squishy behind him. JNAPS, does he steal that corner? Oh, he does. He steals it from Squishy, who's sitting at 12. So this could prove to be a G2 goal, depending on how it goes. But based on this challenge, it looks like Gimmick has a second touch here in Chicago. He does. What a dunk. And again, Torment, full faith. Full faith. He's already on top of it. Rizzo, last man back. It's over Rizzo. That's a goal. That's... I mean, one, props to Torment for full faith, because if Torment doesn't have full faith here, Chicago beats Gimmick, they play that out. Well, actually, I don't think they play it downfield all the way. I think for some miraculous reason, even if Chicago wins, Squishy can still come up with a save and Torment can get back in time. But Torment full faith here, and I gotta turn on the light because it's getting dark. Torment full faith here. Actually, I'm turning on all my lights. It's getting really dark. And Rizzo just being out of position. Oh, I forgot. I got to hit the switch. We'll do it later. Leads into a goal here. Like, he gets B, and at that point, it's just going to go in. All right, let's look at Chicago's perspective on the challenge, right? Oh, he saw it. He saw Gimmick go for the block, and he tried his best to, like, stop the block. But he still got dunked. I wonder if he knew. Bro, what? I'm laughing because of Gimmick's path here. I gotta look at this from his perspective. This is a great dunk. Gets the boost. Bro, what? I'd be like, what? This dunk is unbelievable. The fact that he covers this enough to get a challenge on it. I want to try that. Like, that's the type of thing you see that and you want to say, I want to try that in one of my ranked matches. Like, man. And again, Torment. Like, the fact that Torment has faith in this. Like, he's already there. What a goal. What a goal. So that's the first one, right? 2:34 now. And we got to hit a kickoff. Gimmick take a kickoff. Again, Tournament cheats. Rizzo takes kickoff. JNAP cheats. And Chicago goes for boost. So this kickoff goes toward Chicago. Rolls it off to the side. Squishy's... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Squishy's uncomfortable. And then he just lasers that downfield. Okay. He must have ran... Yeah, he ran out of boost. He missed the corner. Did he say anything? Wait, let's make sure that corner is up. Was it not up? If it's not up, that's a different story. Okay, I don't think the corner's up. Yeah, it just spawns. Okay. So, he didn't miss it. It just wasn't there. So, corner spawns. JNAPS has like 23 boosts. Why does JNAPS have 23 boosts in the first place? Let's go back to kickoff. So he loses a challenge. Squishy clears his downfield. My thing is, if you have, he has to be really confident with this. Like, there's a lot of confidence here to make this touch. I just don't think that if you are sitting low boosts and your team's still rotating in, because this goes past him and backboard, why don't you just... Oh, that's a tough touch, actually. Yeah, that's tough regardless. But I would have just said, just clear it off, sit on this sidewall, roll it down across to Rizzo. You have so much time here. Like, you just have so much time. Anything is better than removing yourself from the play. Like, you have all the time in the world. So, instead of removing yourself from the play, and you're going to be out of the play while your team has a 3v2 because you're floating in no man's land because you just tried to touch the ceiling with 33 boosts, sit back. Just sit back and use your time because you have that time to use. And then set up an infield play to Rizzo. Because Rizzo's on his way back. If you hit that outright, you can hit it towards Rizzo. Rizzo can clear it. But how much harm does this do? Rizzo turns. Oh my God. Rizzo turns. He has full faith. Whiff happens. So now he's like, what? Chicago cleans it up. But this is Cloud9 offense. Play it in. Torment. Oh, again, lucky. So lucky they don't get scored on. I want to look at this closer, though. Just from Gimmick's perspective. Because Gimmick looked like he had a really good shot. Okay, really, 5%. Oh, wow. That was really close. Torment was just off. But Gimmick trying to go for the dunk on JNAPS. That would have been... that would have been a perfect way to, like, score. Like, JNAPS completely removes himself from the play. Whiffs. Finally gets a touch on the ball. Gets dunked. Okay, good play in. What happens with this pass? Actually, no, look at Rizzo. So, Rizzo's an 87 boost, right? I think you turn off here. Yep. I think it took a long time to turn off. Chicago has an infield pass. You can see how awkward this looks just from what it is. Does he power slide? I think he power slides. Let me see if I hear it. He does. He power slides to turn. I wonder if he doesn't power slide, does he get this ball? He has to pre-jump that. That's the only way he actually gets a touch there. And the ball just fell in front of Gimmick. But the only way he beats Gimmick is if he pre-jumps. Which, I mean, at that point, like, if Chicago's saying, I'm passing mid, like, he's going to try to hit you. Like, it's a good pass in a sense from Chicago. If it's a little lighter, then Rizzo hits a touch. I don't think Rizzo scores, though. Well, he could potentially score. The problem here is Rizzo's positioning because he's playing close when the ball's still in the corner and you have Gimmick right there. Like, Gimmick in the net should automatically be a sign that I should not be here. Because Gimmick, like, the way this ball is moving. Okay, so. Please don't tell me, like. Oh. He sees Gimmick, right? Okay, so Gimmick's there. He sees Gimmick the entire time. Like, there's no way JNaps recovers and dunks this. He's sitting on the wall. I just want to see how fast the play's moving, because maybe it gets lost in, like, the speed of the play. Let me charge my phone. Maybe it gets lost in the speed of the play. That's the thing. Alright, so far this makes sense. Yeah, no, you turn off of that. Like, you turn off long before that. Or don't move so far up. I just don't see, like, Gimmick's the last man back. You do have Squishy beat. And you do need a goal, so I understand playing aggressive, but, like, not this far up. Because JNaps can get a win and you can still play it. Pass out. Drops through, it's a breakaway. How does C9 mess up a breakaway? Gimmick is... He only has 5 boosts. What is with the low boost plays here? He has 12. Oh, yeah, he only has 12. I feel like he hits that any other time. Why does he miss this? I mean, I know why he misses it, but how close was he to hitting it? Double jump, double jump. Oh, man. Oh, man. That... Whew. Okay, I'm not mad at the 12 boost jump. But that... You're that close. You're that close. And he almost puts it through. I think he scores that too if he hits it. Okay. What the? Nope, 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 nope. Okay, JNaps gets that through. He bumps Chicago on his way down. This just looks like a cluster, man. I'm thinking of another word, but I'll just say cluster. So that works. Yep. Ooh. Chicago's like, let me rotate out. Ooh. You ever see those memes where like someone gets bumped and the screen turns red and gets you hear like that big bass was like like I feel like that's exactly what that is, like oh, that is like yikes. Ah, man, if I was him I would have challenged. Actually, Chicago, if JNaps literally didn't land inside of Chicago, then Chicago has a challenge on the ball. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Guan, thank you for the 11 viewer host, Guan. I have all my alerts turned off. So I'm not really like listening too much to, or I'm not like really responding to chat. Like me talking to you is gonna get edited out for YouTube. But what's up, Guan? Thanks for the host, man. Look, so this is how I sound every time I see your name in chat. It's like, Guan! Oh, all right. We're going to go back into the replay, though. I've been doing this for like 2 hours now. It's going to be long. Whatever. It'll be extensive. We'll put this light on. We're going to get back into it. Okay, so like I was saying, if JNAPS doesn't get like so far inside Chicago here, because I mean, like, it's really just unfortunate. Let me look again from JNAP's perspective, because that's the big one. Because I think he boosts later on, but does he know? Like, he sees Chicago there. Does he stop? Oh, there was just nothing he could do. He was just going that way. Yeah, no, he was just going that way. Let's see. So he's rotating out. Chicago turns. Chicago, boom, Rizzo. Oh, man. And then Cloud9, like, Gimmick is not waiting on Squishy. He's like, I'm going for this. Bro, Squishy must not have had boost. Yeah, Squishy had 0. Gimmick's trying to play it back. Throws off Torment. This one goes straight down. That's a good clear. Gimmick has no boost. Like, it shouldn't be there. A solid touch from Chicago. Wait, let's just wait to see what JNAPS does. Infield, Chicago. Oh, okay. This one. Does he have JNAPS? He doesn't have JNAPS. He has to shoot. Oh, that is so good. Oh my god, I'm so upset he didn't score. Okay. He gets the double here. But like, it's also kind of awkward. It's a nice double. It's still blocked, but Rizzo, good touch from Rizzo. He gets another shot. Okay, we put him in. He puts him in finally. The first one was good, but yeah, as long as like Chicago had, I think in game number 1, how many shots did he have? He had the most. He had 4, but he didn't score. So we saw him hit a lot of close shots that were just barely off, but now he finally. He gets 1. He had 6 shots this game, so that's like 1 of many. At some point, it gets frustrating though. But they're tied 1-1 apiece, right? And this game does go in OT. Okay, kickoff going off to the side. This is Gimmick, but this time Torment goes for boost instead of cheats. So on this one, he goes for boost instead of cheats. G2 always cheats. The cheat works out well in a way. No, it doesn't because Torment's there. But if Rizzo gets a touch here, it's kind of worth. Okay, it's worth. I think Chicago's still coming back from the kickoff because I think he takes it. And Gimmick takes a boost. Yeah. Chicago has a long turnaround. And he goes for the side. How much did he have? Hit 33. Because right now, Cloud9 in a tough spot, right? Gimme just bumped into Squishy. He's sitting at 36. I feel like he pushes up mid here, and Rizzo could push this ball down, and they apply pressure, probably get a goal. But he really goes for that boost, man. Does he have ball cam on? Yeah, he has ball cam on. I think there's just no faith in Rizzo there. Let's look at Rizzo. I mean, it all depends though. This ball is really close to Torment. So Torment should get it past Rizzo. So it is understandable to cover Rizzo because it's Torment and he has so much control here on the corner. But Torment lost it at the last second and then Rizzo won the challenge. So then Squishy's able to clear it. So then we go to JNAPS. What a thing. Chicago clears it. JNAPS, great touch. Rizzo. Yeah, there's nothing anyone from JNAP's team can do. But maybe he has more options. Let's just see, just in case, to see if he has anything else he can do. I feel like this is a miss hit. I feel like he means to hit it to the sidewall. That's what it looks like at first, but then he does this, so I don't know. But it didn't go all the way to the side. It was enough to throw off Torment, which is really what he wants to do. So as long as he's able to do that, it's okay. Rizzo has Chicago. I think he ran out of boost. Yeah, he did. Oh, yep. He runs out of boost right when he gets into the air. So then that kind of kills the play. If he has more boost there, then this could turn into another G2 goal. How does he run out of boost? Like, this replay says 99. 85. Okay, you got to go supersonic, but then stop boosting. And then boost when you get on the wall. Does it save enough? It might save enough for him to save the play. And I think if he boost jumps to get more air on it. But I think if he does that, like for the boost jump to get more air on it, it sacrifices speed. I'm not sorry. It doesn't sacrifice speed. It sacrifices control. So he doesn't have a lot of control on the touch here. Cloud9's defense, though, pretty solid. Gimmick low back post and Squishy front post high on the backboard. That's a really good coverage. Squishy goes for it. And JNAPS plays it in. Where's Torment here? 84 boost. He goes on that back wall. Chicago puts a shot almost through, but it's slow, so Torment has enough time. A clear through. Torment waiting. Smart play to dribble. Oh, that play throws off the team. Okay, it's going to go to OT, but like right here at the last second, right? G2 have offensive pressure. Final 10 seconds of the game. They score here. They win the game. They don't have to go into OT. They take game 2. Let's go big boy Cam. Whee! Is that siren coming through? I hear it. Okay, big boy Cam. To the side. Chicago turns off. Which is probably a good idea. Because if he hits it, it bounces off. And it goes closest to Gimmick. And Gimmick has a long clear. I think Chicago, again, keeping the ball in. And making sure it's the best possible touch for the teammates is what's on the mind. The execution just doesn't work, though. Because he backflips. And he's backflipping to put it in open space. But JNAPS dives at it. So, unless JNAPS waits like just 1 second, then they also have another chance. Rizzo saves the play. He pushes it. Oh! Oh my God. Rizzo has 50 boosts here. They could have afforded one more bounce. I think... Although I say that they could, but they really couldn't have because it was getting saved either way. A quick pass is good. Let's look at Chicago with slow mo. See what he does. That is not slow mo. Okay, right here. So, ball coming through, right? He sees Squishy. He wants to hit it to the right. Does he see Gimmick on this play at all? That's the biggest question. Can I go back? At this point, he thinks Gimmick is so far back that he's okay. Infield comes in. And honestly, it's probably the best shot he can pull. He would have to really wait to get on that left side of the ball. I think he can still make the shot, but that's really hard to do. And he doesn't have time. Like, he has no time. It's 1 second on the clock, so there's no time. So it dies and they get OT. Overtime! Alright. So OT. Kickoff, who takes, and what do they do? I like looking at kickoffs. Squishy takes, Torment goes back, Gimmick goes for boost, Rizzo cheats, JNaps goes back. Soft touch, Rizzo cheats, he should be able to beat Gimmick to the ball. No, actually, that ball just rolled right to Gimmick. It's not Rizzo's fault, but Gimmick is a speedy boy. Let's look at his take on this. Gimmick uses so much boost, man. Be careful. That's a good touch forward. A good win from Torment in midfield, but JNaps keeps it in. Gimmick has no boost. I think he faked Rizzo. Like, as if like it was a fake challenge, but then he actually boosted. I think Rizzo's baited here. And that double jump in the boost just throws Rizzo off. Good try from JNaps to control it. There's the beat from Squishy, so G2 should come up with a goal here. I mean, not G2. C9 should come up with a goal here. Because they get the beat, they get the breakaway. But also, they have to get it past one person in net. They take too long because this ball is in the corner. And it's just bouncing up and down for a long time. And Squishy can't get it to midfield. Regardless if he does get it there or not, his team isn't ready for the pass anyways. So, it shouldn't be a goal. Yeah, JNaps is there. But look at the positioning. Well, I can't say it's a positioning difference. I was going to call a positioning difference between Rizzo and Gimmick / Torment here. Because Rizzo was where JNaps was when a similar play like this was happening. Like, when Squishy hit the ball. Actually, no, they're in the same spot. Almost. But he turns around and goes out. The ball also doesn't get the Torment to infield pass it anyways. And Gimmick doesn't have any boost. I feel like if they're both in the same position, they both try to do the same thing. But the difference is Gimmick probably hits the ball. Just because Gimmick just hits the ball. That's just what he does. Gimmick is just really good at making... If there's one thing he's consistent in, it's just touching the ball. He knows how to touch the ball a lot. And it wins him games. He went for a demo on Rizzo. Rizzo jumps at the last second. So that's a good save from Rizzo. Squishy plays it. Gimmick's up. Torment, big clear. Chicago's able to play it in. And JNaps is all the way back. Is he getting boost? He's got 37. Does he pick up a... Okay, he picks up a corner. Immediately turns around. Rizzo has 54. But I think if Chicago's hitting it towards him... Oh, yeah. It's like he's there, but as soon as you hear what we just heard, which is the double jump from Squishy, like, you just got to back off. So, good play, but for that, Rizzo has to cut in hard. So, it has to be... He turns off cam, too. But, yeah, by the time he does it, I feel like Chicago calls the pass while he's jumping. And then that's when Rizzo activates ball cam. And then, like, he lands... Rizzo activates ball cam mid-dodge. So, turns off ball cam, sees Squishy take the corner, goes for the other corner, puts ball cam back on, mid-flip, says, oh, Chicago's going to hit it towards me. I'm already facing this boost I'm going for. So I can't turn. Because I think if he turns in or if he cuts in, even with 42 boosts, he probably hits a banger redirect. Actually, nah, I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think he does. Not from where he was and the speed he was going. That's a bummer. So yeah, he has no choice but to go back. There's just nothing there. J-Naps plays it to him. Control. Gimmicks there. A good win for Chicago. Rizzo barely makes a challenge. Gimmick drops it to Squishy. And that's game. Man. Let's look at... honestly, I really don't know. Like, for perspective here, this one happened really fast. So let's go back to a minute and 2. Yeah, minute and 2 is a good spot. Ball in the corner. Rizzo plays it up. Torment with the clear here. Chicago. The touch in the open space. I mean, allow Squishy to push it downfield, which allows C9 to move up. But J-Naps does hit it to Rizzo. And I think if Rizzo gets a better clear here, which is, it's tough to make. Especially because I think Rizzo should put it out into the open space versus rolling it up on the wall. Does he have time? Goes up. Adds a second. I think that's what he wanted to do. I just think it hit off his car wrong. And then it rolled right into Gimmick, who's waiting. And then Gimmick plays it through. But I feel like he puts that in mid every time. Because there's no one there. It forces Torment to go up to hit it to the side. Which allows Chicago... Chicago has time to think. J-Naps can reset or whatever he needs to do. But that drops it down, right? So now Chicago has to go up. And it's not a solid touch, but he wants to control it. He sees Squishy coming back. But Torment's also rolling up towards it. So it's a real race to the ball here. And he pre-jumps it too. And it bounces out slowly in the open space. And Rizzo is trying to catch it. Like, he's just like, I have to catch up to it. I can't let Squishy have all this room. J-Naps is... What the hell is J-Naps doing? Okay, how does J-Naps get here? He puts faith in Rizzo. He thinks Rizzo wins this. But Rizzo, Monka S challenge. And the reason I call it a Monka S challenge is just because look at it. So drops through. Flips back, right? Flips back. Maybe no, you don't leave that for J-Naps because there's nothing J-Naps can do. He has 38. Flips forward to get the maximum speed. That's just a max speed dodge there. Boost while he's dodging. But the ball's still rolling. Like, I think he thinks the ball's going to be like, maybe just slightly. I think he thinks the ball stays here. And it doesn't stay here. Like, if the ball rolled right there, it's a perfect challenge. But the fact that it doesn't, and he has 7 boosts, and he needs to make a touch, turns it into a Monka S challenge. And he barely gets a piece of it, man. And it's not, that's not the challenge you want. So, it bounces out. Right to Gimmick. Hands it right back to Squishy. And the net's open. How does J-Naps lose this? Because J-Naps was mid-dodge too, right? Mid-dodge, it bounced out. J-Naps was, like, again, he had faith in Rizzo. He put all his faith in Rizzo. And Rizzo got beat by Squishy. And, well, he didn't really get beat by Squishy, but it didn't go G2's way. The challenge didn't go G2's way. Gimmick drops it down. Open net because Chicago's still recovering. And then that's how game 2 ends. So... That's a crazy ending from game 2. My thoughts on it. Oh man, it's just man. I think C9 obviously C9 played better. But by better, I mean the mistakes on C9's end weren't as egregious, or an easier word is like eye-opening. C9 didn't make that many like, okay, this is like bad type of mistakes, or like something that's just like blatant. Like you can watch this game and cast this game and say, J-Naps too far forward, Rizzo misses the challenge and the ball goes in. C9's mistakes were more minor, But also G2 had a lot of possession, and Chicago was just shooting. He was shooting his lights out. I really don't think Rizzo put on a shot. They gave him a shot, like they gave him credit for a shot, but he didn't have really like a solid shot. It just seemed like G2 played really eager in this game. Like they were definitely more aggressive on offense, but they were too aggressive, and they played too far forward. They weren't able to set up anything and really hit like quality shot chances. For them, I feel like this is weird to say, but I feel like if G2 played 1 second back, like if they waited one more second for a lot of stuff, then a lot of their problems wouldn't have happened, or they would have had better chances. But I mean, that's game 2. All right, moving on to game 3. Manfield Night. I love this map. Okay, Squishy. Okay, yeah, this seems pretty. It's pretty back and forth what they want to do with their kickoffs. I wonder if it depends on who's taking. That's what I was trying to figure out, if it's who's taking or if they want to apply pressure, or like what they're feeling. Like, do we want to apply pressure? I feel like Torment kind of decides how the kickoffs go. Okay, Torment moves up. Gimmick puts it in open space. Shot by Torment. Alright, let's look at Gimmick. Infield. That drops out. Oh, Torment has a shot. What is this, man? Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry about the brightness. I gotta make sure I have the lights on. If that makes sense. There we go. So, moving back into this one. Oh, Lord. Infield play from Torment. It gets past Chicago. Here, we'll just keep this on Squishy screen. He hits it off to the side. JNaps and Rizzo are both chasing this. Rizzo doesn't see JNaps. JNaps sees Rizzo and turns off, just barely dodging the demo. Chicago whiffs. Squishy forces JNaps to hesitate. JNaps clears it in open space. And then Torment puts it back into the corner. Rizzo has removed himself from the play with 0 boost. He tries to make a challenge. I mean, it's a good effort. Chicago with 0 has to wait in net. He gets a touch. It's not the best touch. He gets the boost. Gets beat out. Rizzo whiffs again. Man, you can't miss 2, man. Missing 1's okay, but missing 2. He has full boost as well. He just went too fast. And I think Chicago, who originally... What happens here? Chicago lets someone touch it too. And I understand like the hesitation. Because I do, but like also you shouldn't hesitate. But like at the same time, you got to stop Gimmick from doing what he wants with that ball. Gimmick takes it because he sees Chicago uncomfortable. And Gimmick's really aggressive. Like Gimmick will just take the ball if you don't touch it. And that aggressiveness has been throwing off G2 this entire series. A big miss from Rizzo. And JNaps tries to chase it at the last second. My goodness. Alright, kickoff. They shouldn't have gave that one up so early. But there were just a lot of whiffs. A lot of whiffs. Cheat, boost. Squishy takes kick. Chicago grabs it. Rizzo. Man, that was scary. That was really scary. You see it too. Rizzo thought about going for it. He backs up. And Torment totally could have scored him over him. Like if Torment, instead of pushing his right, if Torment pushes it left to the upper corner, he scores a goal. He does. I don't think JNAP saves it. But he hit it right towards Rizzo, so Rizzo was able to save it. Squishy's up. JNAP touch right down the Gimmick. And they get another one. Okay, so into the corner. Okay, this one is... How do they win this? They score 4. But this is the worst start I've seen in a while. Off to the side. Rizzo gets a double touch. JNAPS chases and then stops. With 70 boosts, he's like, okay, I'll go. Okay, he has another touch. Oh, nope, it's past me. Oh. Goes for a touch, drops it right back down the Gimmick. Now, does he need to make this touch is a question. Because if Chicago has the ball, then he doesn't need to make the touch. Oh, Chicago has 12. How did Chicago get 12 boosts? He had 12 boosts. He got beat out. Wave dash. You got that corner. Wow, he just had 12 boosts. And he used it all trying to get that wave dash. Alright. Torment on kickoff now. Do they cheat? Nope, they go for boost. Gimmick does that half flip backwards. Why does he do that? Like, if you guys paid attention to this, he does this all the time. What? He starts it off backwards. Okay, I just want to see who gets to the boost first, him or Squishy. Squishy gets to the boost first. Why? That's just so confusing to me. Oh, what a shot. I blame the kickoff. Alright. Let's see. Squishy's awkward. Double whiff there. And Rizzo will score with the light touch. But yeah, it was bound to be a G2 goal. Squishy's backwards, which is like, no. Big miss from Squishy. Where did Gimmick go? He went up for this touch. He got knocked out the play. And G2 just couldn't recover. Yeah, it was a good shot from Rizzo. Actually, a really good shot. It makes up for the earlier one. So they get that one back. Good touch from Torment. Gimmick with wave dash. Let's look at Squishy. 55 boosts. He has to come out. Yeah, he was getting beat to that one. Oh, G2 turned it up. Let's look at Chicago. No, Rizzo. Rizzo. So look at this. JNAPS pushes it in right. Chicago. Good redirect, but still off target. He had a lot of off target shots. JNAP tries to follow it up. Let's look at JNAPS on this one. Oh man, JNAPS really almost had a goal. Let's see Rizzo now. Now before he touches this, does he have options? Not yes, but no. The best play for him is just to make this hard for Cloud9 to clear. That drops out. It gets pushed down. Ooh. Good touch from JNAPS. Good control from Chicago. JNAPS was looking for the double tap. So far, G2 are playing really good offensively. Like moving the ball downfield. The bump on Squishy from Rizzo doesn't matter, but he does steal the corner boost. Infield. Off the backboard. Best touch he can make. I do firmly agree that this is the best touch he could have made here. Dodging one. Squishy up. He probably could shoot this, but that's a tough shot. That's just a tough shot. He's speeding. So with his speed, like, best touch he can make. A good touch out. Squishy, good control. Oh, wow. They get past Chicago. But J-Naps is there. Good play. Really good play. Good demo from Rizzo. Oh, my. This is why I told you G2 should have won the first 2 games. Like, right there is why I say G2 should have won the first 2 games. Like, those plays were, like, that play was so good. For, like, they should have won. Should have won the first 2 games. Because if they're coming out with plays like that, like, let's just dissect it a little bit. Okay, so Squishy hitting it off to the side is cool, but Rizzo's going to take out Torment in net. Before we even get to Torment being demoed, right? Let's look at the whiff from Chicago, right? Chicago whiffs the ball. How does he whiff this? What the heck? So he misses, but he has boost. He uses the rest of his boost to get down. Turns instantly. You know J-Naps is calling the pass. So the boost to the turn. J-Naps calls the pass. He picks up some boost. And then he's able to redirect it straight down to J-Naps. J-Naps now has a chance to shoot. Gimmick's back. Like, Cloud9 have to race for this one because no one's technically in the box. Like, Torment just gets in the box. Well, Gimmick is kind of in the box. But now J-Naps, and instead of shooting, which throws everyone from Cloud9 off because they think he's going to shoot, J-Naps dribbles because he has no boost. Right, pushes it downfield, 12 boosts. He could have put a shot on still, but that's not a good shot chance because it's more likely to be cleared. So what he says, I have low boost. Let's try to figure out what a dribble. And then I could probably put a flick on if I need to. So he puts it on the hood, and then he stops. Faking Squishy. Out the play. Gimmick is going to just challenge the ball. He gets a good challenge, but J-Naps angles the car right, so it bounces off the corner. So now the ball bounces off the corner. Where's Rizzo? Rizzo's racing downfield. Just hit Supersonic when it hits the corner. Squishy beats him out on the challenge. Because, again, they're kind of panic mode right now. Especially after J-Naps had got the first touch off the corner. They're expecting someone to be there. So Squishy hits another touch. It bounces out. The demo, you hear the demo sound from Torment. And immediately Gimmick is now in the wrong spot. Squishy's just trying to beat Rizzo from stopping him and take a shot, which is fine. But the thing is, Rizzo doesn't need it. He is still Supersonic, and he goes straight for Torment. Torment in net. He tries to jump. He's dead. Ball goes out in the mid. And J-Naps, you don't miss those. So they bring it back really fast. This is where G2 start to build momentum. Oh boy, whose camera am I on? Am I on J-Naps? I think I'm on Chicago's. Yeah. Bit clear. Even though it gets demo, he puts it into open space. Rizzo puts it out. Oh, Torment. Does he get called off? No, he's out of boost, so Squishy has to get him. So, no, not good here from Torment. Let's look at Gimmick. In mid. Oh my goodness, dude. Yo, it's wild that this ball does not touch Gimmick's car. 5%. Okay, 5% might be a little too. It barely misses Gimmick's car. And then JNaps has the double tap. And then someone goes, that's the JNaps we know. So at that point, JNaps in a double tap. It's on. Halfway point here in game 3. The ball bounces out. He's looking for another shot. He completely ignores Rizzo on the play here. Like he's feeling it. I think he has to have called Rizzo off. Chicago pushing this high. Rizzo keeping it mid. I think this was the game where Rizzo was involved, but he was more middleman involved. Good win. Again, pushes it open, but like he kind of gives it up a bit. But let's focus on Cloud9 more because they do drop this one. They don't score anymore. Pass out. And Chicago's close to it. He's going to carry it past Squishy. Gimmick too far. It'll bounce. Oh, that's a weird bounce. But and Torment doesn't get a good touch on it. Good clear. Hey, I heard someone jump. I think we all heard someone jump. I think Gimmick went up to go for the block. It's a good block from Gimmick, but this is JNaps now just starting to really feel like this game. Ball bounces up high. Good win. And this is where things are a little dicey. Chicago last man back. He'll clear it out. I see. Yeah, I think Torment has to turn right here. Gimmick with a flick. Squishy looking for the infield. I feel like this should be off the backboard. Let's look at Squishy Cam. Yep. Yep, Squishy plays that off the back. He either shoots it or he plays it off the backboard. Not a good touch to go for infield for Torment. I mean, it does try, like, it's a good idea to get past JNaps, but he must not see Chicago. No, he does, and he still goes for the infield. I think he already had it in his mind before he got to the ball, like, infield pass. But Chicago just comes out of nowhere within that second or two. That being said, I think a shot is good here, and I think a backboard touch is great here. You go for the backboard, no one's there. Torment gets a good double, or he gets a good touch off the backboard and he scores. How much boost did JNaps have? He had 74, but I think a touch behind him off the backboard throws him off. And Gimmick's still on top of the play too. He's chasing with 0. But that slows it down. It goes back to Gimmick. That he didn't want that touch. And a shot through. Yeah, no, that's a really. I think it all starts with the decision from Squishy to go for an infield to Torment. He just shouldn't have went for the infield. Gimmick had a very poor touch when he went up to clear it. He could have boomed this ball. Like right here. Hold on. Like right here, ball coming towards him, jump off, and he could have banged it. He wouldn't have scored, but he definitely could have sent that. And instead, it just flops, and it goes towards JNaps. And he pops it up, and then Rizzo wins the challenge. That's a really good win from Rizzo too. Like to beat Torment there, he has to be super quick. Infield to Chicago, and Chicago starts to finally find a shot. And like I said, JNaps, I feel like JNaps gets hype. And then, like, the whole rest of G2 gets hyped. But, so now what we're going to do, here you go with this kickoff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the rest of the replay and see what opportunities Cloud9 had to score, just to see like if they had any more chances to at least equalize this game, and then what happened in those chances. All right, kickoff, gimmicks backwards. That's weird to me, but Torment does the same thing. Really, but I think it's okay for Torment's case because you half flip that. I half flip that all the time. But gimmick, he backwards to the side. Oh, it's strange. Rizzo gets boost. Chicago cheats, but Squishy with the win there. Now they're just trying to hold on to the lead, so you can tell like Chicago going all the way up for that. Rizzo immediately jumps. Squishy, oh my! Wait a second. What happened? What? Squishy almost scores this. Oh, that's such a good try too. What a block from J-Naps. That almost goes in. He has like one more higher touch, and it goes in. What a save. Torment has a shot though. Rizzo pre-jumps, bro. He has to. How's Torment not score this? Did Rizzo actually blocks this? Oh, wow. He saves the dodge and uses it to slow himself down. And Gimmick just pops it up because he's too close. Unreal. Gimmick gets it through. Where's Torment here? Because Torment should be up for this. Ah, another miss. And this is just G2 running out the clock. Big boomer ball. Big booming, boys. And that'll kill it. Game 3, although it was the more high scoring game, it was the one that G2 played really good in. Like, I mean, like, they scored 4 back-to-back goals. Or, was it 4 back-to-back? Wait, did they score 4 unanswered goals on Cloud9? Yeah, they scored 4 unanswered on Cloud9. And Cloud9, again, they had some really good chances, though. And I feel like game score probably could have been 3-4. But after G2 scored their 2 goals to tie it up, they were winning that hands down. So that's going to be a G2 win, and we're going to move on to game number 4. Game number 4. G2 wins this by 1. Utopia Coliseum. This one looks like it's been pretty back and forth. But let's check this kickoff. Does Gimmick do that weird kickoff again? I feel like he is always backwards. This is just so funny to me. I don't know why it is, but it's just so funny that he goes backwards. Like, Squishy will get to the ball first, or get to the boost first, but I guess it doesn't matter, you know? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They both get to the boost. Maybe it's good to be late here, because then you can watch the kickoff happen. And maybe he's supposed to be like delayed or be back, or so to speak. So there's that. And then G2 again cheating on every kickoff. I think for a majority of kickoffs, Cloud9 has not cheated. They've gone for boost. Pretty much for, I think I can count on one hand how many kickoffs they haven't cheated on. Or how many kickoffs they have cheated on, I'm sorry. But let's get into it, right? Cheat and Squishy and J-Naps kind of collide in the midfield. Let's look at Chicago here because he's kind of be coming up from this ball pretty soon. Infield pass from Rizzo, which is good because it gives it away from Squishy and Gimmick. He's not going to be able to make a touch because there's the boomer. He's diving to block Torment. He's out of boost, which isn't a bad play. Especially being first man up. 47 boosts off of pads, and he puts it in an open space. He's looking for boosts. He doesn't see any. 31. And he's just playing the close game. Also, Faith and J-Naps there. And that's barely off. Now, Rizzo does have weight here, and it's not bad because you have JNaps on his way back to grab this this corner, so no one can make a challenge. I think he's just buying time. This hits across. Oh, they almost bumped into each other. That needs to be called. Alright, let's look at Cloud9. Okay, Gimmick and Squish. This is scary. Just because of where Gimmick and Squishy are positioning-wise. Rizzo's on his way back, and there's just no one in the backfield. Torment moves all the way up, and Gimmick and Squishy just kind of like hang back behind him. And again, a big clear puts them in a dangerous position. There's the clear, and here's the dangerous position. JNaps on top of the ball. Torment racing back. Chicago, last man in case something happens. He gets a free shot. Squishy just picks up the boost, so he can make a solid touch. But it's seemingly a 2v1. JNaps, oh my god, this is scary. Mainly because he just hits the ball on his hood, and he's in between every member of Cloud9. And we're just going to play this really slow to see how it goes. Torment hits it off to the side, which is actually the best play. I think if Squishy hits it, the ball goes towards Chicago, and Chicago gets a shot. So Torment has to beat Squishy to the ball. And he beats him to the ball, knocks it to the side. Gimmick, who's already supersonic, can take it, and he will, and he'll move up, and then Chicago can just reposition. So what a play there. Goes up. Rizzo, Boomer. Okay, does he have... If you're Rizzo... Yeah, Boomer, this is smart. You got Gimmick right there. Let's look at Torment. Ball comes to him. He sees Rizzo on the side. Light touch. Oh! Rizzo off ball play. Who's he take out? He takes out Gimmick, who's on his way back. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he means to do that. No, I think he does. He just turned it off at the last second. Good demo. Rizzo off ball has been very effective for G2 in this series. At least when he goes for the bumps. It hasn't been, we're not going to say very effective. We're going to say it's been effective. Because there are times where Rizzo will go for something off ball and it just won't work. Like they lost game. No, that wasn't Rizzo. That was Chicago and JNaps. But they had lost game 1 because of that. Okay, JNaps. Oh, JNaps beat by Gimmick? JNaps gets beat when he's last man back. Well, he doesn't get beat. He just whiffs. This time he has enough boost. But also Gimmick, oh my goodness. I feel like Gimmick is like a surprise, man. Like you just never know what you're going to get. Because there are so many, this is the second time in this series, well, maybe it's the third. I think it's the third, where Gimmick goes up for a touch, and then you think that it's just that simple touch, but then he boosts, and you're like, he has boosts, and then he gets a win like that. That's such a big win. So Gimmick ties it up. He's actually going for kickoff this time, so we don't get to see the backwards play. Usually, so G2's definitely going to cheat. It's just like, does Cloud9 cheat? Okay, Torment will cheat on this one. I think this might be the only kickoff where he cheats, or where someone from Cloud9 cheats. Like, and by kickoff I mean like that kickoff pattern. Like when you have the one guy in front, the one in back, and then the one on that like kind of side pad or corner pad. I don't know what you want to call that. Okay, so Torment has Squishy mid. JNaps is on his way back, but they can still it would be a challenge and not a goal. And it was like, what a dunk, and JNaps just completely swoops that out, which makes sense. I would personally, I mean, and this is just a personal thing, it's much more safer for JNaps to stay on top of this ball than Rizzo to clear it over the net. That's some scary stuff. Like, Rizzo might have enough boost, but I'm not taking that chance. Like, I just don't want the ball anywhere near my net, especially if I'm in JNap's position. Like, I'll clear it and risk getting bumped by you. Whiff from Chicago. Infield. He's looking for JNaps, but it's too much power. JNaps trying to control it. At this point, G2 are trying to pull Cloud9 out. They're trying to get Cloud9 to overcommit on offense. Because remember, when we saw a breakaway earlier where G2 scored off of, it was because Cloud9 all bunched up in one side. That happens too often for them. They'll usually, Torment will be the first man up. Squishy and Gimmick will just play too far forward, and then they'll get punished off of it. Gimmick beats one. Squishy races JNaps. Okay, it's Torment. You got Rizzo and Net. This goes straight down. Rizzo's kind of out of position, but it's not too bad because, again, the bounce does go straight down and they read it. Chicago goes up because Monka S at this point. Like, it's just scary. So him and Rizzo go up and they pinch, or they just pinch. You know, maybe it's just a team pitch. I can see that happening too. JNaps has to be careful here. Oh, good pass to Rizzo. Does he read this? He can. He has the boost. Instead, he hits it back. Okay, let me see what happens with this play first. I don't think they score. I think they could have scored, but I don't think they do. Yeah, it's just slow play in the corner. And they waste time. And Squishy's just going to carry it out. Yeah, I feel like he should just put this on. Torment's up. How much boost does Gimmick have? He has 78. He can't make a save. Squishy also does. But I feel like this is like, you shoot this. Also, well, this is awkward. This is really awkward. I think what happened was Rizzo was going up and he wanted to shoot it, but then he started falling. And he's like, oh, I'm falling. And then he starts boosting to keep it. Otherwise, I feel like he shoots it. Because why would you not shoot it? Like, it would be really tough for Cloud9 to save if he puts it on. And he's put a shot on like that before, but it hit the upper 90 corner, like the right upper 90 corner. So that didn't work out too well. But this kind of drop here, the only reason Chicago gets to the ball is because Cloud9 are, I think they expected a shot. But this helps them get more set up. I mean, look at all the space between Chicago and Squishy and Gimmick, right? This is a lot of space out of mid, or like in between the box and, or the net in Chicago, who's jumping from mid. So Chicago looks for, no, he doesn't look for the double because he's not going to get it. He just hits the wall. And then they play around in the corner for a bit before it gets cleared out. And then the play in, and with Chicago being really aggressive on that touch, it bounces out. And then Squishy's able to get a clear based off of that. All right, so let's look at Rizzo. Well, no. Let's look at Gimmick because he's all the way over here. Goes to Gimmick. Gimmick pops it up. He had low boost, so he couldn't follow it. So he went for the corner. That's a good steal from Chicago. Oh, is this a play? Infield from JNaps. Chicago back to JNaps. Oh, that was a good shot. Rizzo, he's just keeping it high. JNaps pushes it in. That was really good. A couple better touches there and G2 score. But at the same time, Cloud9 just had really good defense. Like, that block off a JNaps shot from Squishy was really nice. A drop. And what a pass. JNAPS was also going for an infield pass, but Chicago used all his boost rotating. I really think, did he just use, how much boost did he use? Just like repositioning. Boost there, boost there. Drop the ball. Boost, 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 boost. He just used all of his boost repositioning. And they still score. That's pretty wild. Because if you look at, no, let's just go back a little bit, right? So touch off the side, Chicago with control, gives it to JNAPS, who gives it to Rizzo, which is a good touch, but Rizzo's kind of awkward here. He's trying to catch up to the ball, or no, he just moved too fast. He moved faster than the ball. So he's trying to slow himself down. And he hits it, and he gets it past Squishy. Solid hit, to be honest. JNAPS, instead of going for a shot, goes for the infield. Gimmick, how much boost does Gimmick have? He has 47, so he should stay on top of this ball. But Chicago pushes it off to the side. He doesn't even bump Chicago. And this is really close. He was really close to bumping Chicago and knocking him out the play. Chicago gets a demo. But also, Torment moves up here to grab the pad and try to turn around. And that split second allows Chicago full control of the situation. Because Torment brings himself out of net to get this pad. Does he need it? Yeah, he had no boost, so he needed the pad, but at the same time, he removes himself from the play. Chicago is playing this one through. JNAPS is already waiting mid, and I mean, Squishy on the respawn. Gimmick hesitates. You saw it for a second, right? He was supersonic. So, turns, grabs all the boosts, supersonic again. Where does he stop? He stops right there, right? He stops for a split second, and then it's a race. And JNAPS jumps, and then he dodges. Hashtag, I guess it's pre-flip? I don't know. But he dodges right into that one. He just needs to get a little bit more speed. He needs to jump over Gimmick and make contact with the ball. And he does that, and it squeaks in. But the fact that that individual play right there has such a low chance of actually happening, and the fact that it did is pretty it makes that a really good goal for G2 at least. Oh wait, we'll just watch the kickoff. I feel like Cloud9 cheat here. Yep, Torment cheats. Gimmick does that weird backwards thing, but yeah, they always cheat on this one, at least from what I've seen. They've done it this game for sure. Torment gets the corner boost. Or that boost just popped up. Rizzo picks it up. Did he actually pick it up? Okay, no, Torment did pick it up. The boost is just glitched. I knew it was glitched. Yeah. Does Torment beat Rizzo to this? No, I think Rizzo grabbed it. Wait, what? Torment who grabbed the boost? Oh, it's gone. I'm like, what is going on with this boost not being here? Okay. Let's look back to the play. So JNAP's out in open space. We know Rizzo doesn't have any boosts. Squishy's rotating out. Torment will play in. We'll look at Squishy cam. Actually, we'll look at JNAP's cam because they're on defense right now. JNAP's doesn't get a touch, but he gets a demo. He's going to rotate out. A bump. Rizzo bumps Gimmick, which throws the ball off. Chicago, last second touch there. The demo doesn't really hurt too much as long as JNAPS gets a touch here, which he does. Rizzo rotates in. JNAPS has the boost back. And Chicago scores. So, yeah, this one was really big for JNAPS to get this touch here to stop the ball. Because Gimmick could have pushed this really hard downfield. Is Chicago alive? No, he's still dead. Rizzo. So, like I said, that stop there. The second stop too, because that removes Squishy from the play. So now it's Torment again, and this is very uncharacteristic for Torment, at least being that last man back. He's made He's just been in bad spots as the last man twice now. The first one was the first, no, it's the second goal they scored where he had to get that boost and put himself out of position. And now here, where he has 39 boosts, he goes up, and honestly, Rizzo has played this ball past him twice now. No. G2 has. Chicago was the first one to do it. Now Rizzo plays it towards Chicago. Gimmick trying to make a last-second save. Torment dives for it. Gimmick misses, and I mean, it's a big miss from Gimmick, but he's also like, let's just look from his perspective. Yeah, he kind of rushes it. And then a miss from Torment, and then Chicago, full faith. That's my favorite term. He's got full faith. I think they just saw that they had a break, and for them, it's like, okay, we have to hit this. And they did. Kickoff. Now they don't go. Wait, what kind of kickoff was this? Okay, yeah. So everyone goes for boost and one cheats except for Cloud9, where everyone just goes for boost. JNaps gets control of this. Flicks it over. Okay, Rizzo's on the left. This is like, okay, I'm on your left. Chicago goes. Rizzo's kind of awkward, but JNaps is here behind him. Keep in mind, like, for them, a lot of this stuff is like communicated, or should be communicated. Good touch. Oh, he almost found the double. Okay, off to the side. Rizzo dives at this, and unless Chicago knows he dives. Okay. Good touch from Torment. JNaps goes up. Everyone kind of waits. There was a bump on the play. And honestly, Cloud9 should have scored here. Oh, God. There's only 3 seconds left. Man, they ran out the clock so much. G2's offensive pressure. And it doesn't matter because that goal will go in. And that'll be it for game 4. Now, based on what this one felt like, just for me watching, Cloud9 just struggled. There's a lot of struggle. I mean, although Gimmick has like so much shots, it just did not feel like it from the way, like the pace of the game and how everything was moving. They had some really like close chances where the ball was put in front of G2's end, but G2 were able to just like clear it out and push it downfield. But on those rotations, coming back out of offense and moving into defense, Cloud9 seemed to have like kind of dropped the ball a little bit here or there. Torment was put in a tough spot in the corner 2 times. So Torment low boost into the corner, and G2 played around him twice to get 2 very crucial goals. And despite the last second goal going in, like with those 2 goals being played past Torment alone, G2 had won that game. I don't think it's Torment's fault that he's in the corner, but there is something that needs to be said based on the boost. And we'll just kind of timestamp and go back here to the 2 goals real quick, right? So there's one, there's the other, and they're both coming from the same angle. So really quickly, just to kind of get back into this, I think a good point here is to pay attention to Torment, what he does, and why he's low on boost and why he's in the position that he's in on both of these plays. So Torment's already at 0 boost when this play starts. The infield pass, he's still low on boost. He has no boost. How does he get to no boost, right? That's how long was he at no boost is an even better question. Squishy took the boost from him. Okay, when does he last have boost? He's sitting at 12 boost here. And he sits at 12 boost. What Torment, where did your boost go? Okay, so he has 40 here, right? We're at 155. He has 40 here. Uses all of his boost to rotate in. The ball plays out, and Squishy has a good clear. So you're like, okay, Torment's going to get boost. There's no boost, and G2 pushes the ball back in. He still has none. He's sitting in with 12. He has to play it slow. How much boost does Squishy have here? Squishy has 64 boost. He has 54 boost, and he takes that away from Torment. Torment literally jumps for it. and Squishy still picks it up. Like, and Squishy doesn't have a challenge on the ball. You have to leave that for, I just feel like you have to leave that for Torment. Like you just do. If you're at 50 boosts and your teammate has 0 and you don't have any pressure, you can't make a play on the ball, leave it for your teammate and just wait. Because you could probably make a touch on this ball right here versus this awkward touch. So it comes out, plays across, Torment still no boost. He has to get this, and we saw what happens. He gets put out of position, G2 pushes it in, and he gets scored on. So let's go back. We're going to immediately go to the next time, right? Because he gets scored on again. He has a little bit more boost this time. Okay, so we saw him at some point with 80-something boost. He's sitting at 78 when G2 start their play downfield. He's looking for a pass from Gimmick. Gimmick controls it. It bounces high, so he's going to leave. He gets 100. I think he gets beat. Yeah, he gets beat by Chicago. And now he's at 27. So now he's at 39 when JNaps does this double dunk. Because remember, JNaps gets a double dunk here. 1, 2. So now Torment is like, okay, this is a weird spot. Rizzo's going to play it up. Rizzo does play it up, but he turns down. I think because he was trying to be safe, but also to make sure that he's like trying to get to net. I think it's a weird position for him because he's last man back. He's in the corner. He needs to buy his team some time, and he can't afford to lose a challenge. That being said, Rizzo, in his mind, just get this mid to Chicago. He just has to get it mid to Chicago as quickly as possible. But Torment has so many different things going on at the same time here to where it's hard to figure out which one to go for. So instead, he goes off to the side. He boosts up. The ball comes out, and he can't catch up to it. And then he gets scored on. So, like, with that being said, those 2 goals alone could have gave G2 the victory. Let's take, what was their first goal? Because I've already kind of... Oh, it was the demo play. Right, when Rizzo got the demo play. Which was big. Rizzo getting the demo play is big. Because then Cloud9 are playing from the back foot. But, yeah, the fact that Torment being, like, in weird positions. Like, why does he go... I understand this spot right here. He just didn't have boost. But for this goal... He gets beat. We saw him get beat. He's making his way back. He has no boost. Oh, and he turns and then Squishy goes. But I think for Torment, because he's having faith that Squishy's going to win the challenge, so he's like ready to move downfield. But I think he just goes back. I just feel like regardless if Squishy wins or loses, you just go back there. Because you're not going to be Rizzo to the ball. I think he caught himself like messed up in that corner, just thought about too much. He just like too much to think about. And then he got beat. But if he like turns off, goes back, he might have a better challenge. And who knows? They probably could have tied it up. But that's going to be it for game number 4. Big win for G2. They really just outplayed Cloud9, so to speak. And JNaps had some good touches. Rizzo had a good demo. Both Rizzo and Chicago had really good passes, and they just got that ball through. So good game of Rocket League for them. But we're going to get into game number 5. Game number 5. Really soon to see how Cloud9 were able to close it out with a 2-5 victory. Let us get ready to get into game number 5. Cloud9 versus G2. Now, Champions Field, must-win game. Obviously, a lot of pressure on the line for both teams. Mainly for G2, though. G2 have to come out with a win. I've always been very critical of G2 in high-pressure situations. And, I mean, I'm still kind of critical of them in this one. But I do want to go through this one evenly and just see what exactly happened. How did Cloud9 come out with the 5-2 win? So we're going to go kickoff. Gimmick on top of the ball immediately. Chicago on his way back. JNaps sitting in net. Oh, that's a good touch. Torment puts it high. Squishy waiting in mid. They rotate out. Now here, let's look at Gimmick. He's already got 52 boosts on his way back rotating. And he gets a soft touch. It gets dunked. And Chicago comes up already with a shot. And what a save from Torment here. You think Chicago has a goal the way he goes up for this. If he's supersonic, he scores, but I wouldn't go supersonic. It's a good block from Torment. And Chicago barely misses that one. Nice infield touch. It does get redirected high. And that goes off the ceiling. Squishy there. Watch him. He plays it close, but there's a breakaway play. On target. Torment hits it to the side. This is weird, though. I feel like this should be communicated. Or at least from, like, Rizzo should know, okay, Torment's going to hit this off to the side, but he turns to the left. I feel like he should be going to the right instead of to the left. Like, yeah. I don't feel wrong for that. It just really looks like he lost a sense of direction here. I'm not trying to be rude towards Rizzo, but at the same time, if he's over here on the right side, he forces them to throw away possession a lot faster versus than what he's doing now. There's a back pass. Gimmick wins the challenge. Rizzo now has 12 in net. He can't get a touch on Chicago. And Torment just puts it through. I want to look at J-Naps for this one too. So J-Naps has 100 boot. Well, that's when they get scored on. J-Naps just got demoed. He respawns. J-Naps could have had a better touch too. He could have hit it off to the side, knowing he was getting challenged. Again, that's a tough challenge though, and he's coming off a demo, so he has to be very quick to the ball. So there's only so much he can do now. Then the flick over, Torment has the shot all day. Let's see. Yeah, I think Chicago. Well, Chicago doesn't have the boost to just go, and I think he realized that, so he hesitated. Because you have to get up for that, and he just took too long, and Torment had time to angle his shot, and once he did that, he was hitting it behind him. Chicago knew it was getting hit behind him. So they dropped the first goal. Obviously, that's really awkward. I do that to you. Squishy's probably gonna take this, and then Torment's gonna go. Everyone's gonna go for boost except for G2. They're gonna cheat. Oh, Torment cheated, and Gimmick went for the kickoff this time. Wow, look at this kickoff. Who gets there first? Gimmick does get there first. But J-Naps with a big kickoff win. Wow. I think we all thought like Gimmick had another touch here. This was a weird challenge from Gimmick. Like, that's just really weird. He touches it, flips out, and then just falls. That's a really solid touch from him. Throwing it into that space, he rotates out. And then, look, able to turn on it and get a win and get another touch. Bro, are you serious? Look at this play. So first he gets the clear, right? He forces J-Naps to hit it to the side. He looks at Torment. Okay, Torment Chicago going up for a challenge. Torment wins. Do I have space? First he sees, does he have space? He's supersonic. He gets the boost. Gets the other boost. Boosts some more. Sees Rizzo jump. Says, I can beat him. Bounce out. Bounce. And then he gets the double. Oh, you got to be feeling good after that one. He's up again. He can't get a double here. But he'll put it on. Does that count as a shot? I don't think so. Good push down from Squishy. Ball up in the air. Oh, Squishy, or Gimmick misses. He plays it in front. And then Rizzo has this. I want to look at JNaps now. He's at 40. Ball coming toward him. I just realized you can hear me swish my juice very faintly. I didn't mean to make this ASMR. I apologize. But yeah, no, look at this again. Right, so JNaps has a touch. He hits it off of the sidewall, looking to follow it, but Squishy beats him. It's in again. Rizzo. Oh. So the only reason JNaps doesn't go is because Chicago's rotating ball side. I think if Chicago's not rotating ball side, JNaps just challenges this a lot earlier. But he has to watch out for Chicago, and that throws him off. So now it's Rizzo coming up. But JNaps is in a good spot for a pass, so now Rizzo can hit him with a pass. But he doesn't, and Chicago hits it to the side? Does Rizzo have boost? He has enough boost. He could have banged that towards JNaps. Chicago hit it across. There definitely should have been a pass there. JNaps will play it up. This one will bounce. Rizzo soft touch. Infield, back and forth. JNaps misses. Oh, that's a good pass. But clock is ticking. And then they get a breakaway. What? Okay, so good challenge there. Oh, man. That's the second whiff from JNaps. He has 2 in a row right here, right? Right back to him. That one not under his control, mainly because Chicago just hit it in front of him. So that's fine. He steals boost. He does everything he's supposed to, except hit the ball. He misses the ball, and Torment scores. All right, so at that point, down by 3 with 2 minutes left. The game kind of is over. Both cheat. Rizzo gets there. Double commit. Rizzo turns. Strong hit. Look at Chicago. Wait. What? Okay, so Gimmick right off kickoff, right? Goes back. Rizzo, touch. Gimmick gets there, recovers, and then gets a second touch. That throws off the offense of G2 so hard because it really does look like they set up a play, and now Gimmick has just completely erased that with this play here. Like, this recovery after the touch, jumping off of the ceiling to beat Chicago. Like, what a play. That one is a float. A flick over from Squishy. Gimmick, no boost. Gimmick still doesn't have boost. I think he was forcing the dodge away, but this time Torment's ready at the bottom. And he does get a clear. Gimmick has a shot. And wow. Goal line save. Chicago does get bumped. And JNaps saves him. That's awkward. Gimmick sees him though. That's a good flick back from Gimmick. And then Squishy has an open net. And now it's 4-0 with a minute left. But this is G2. I mean, they're down by 3. It's a minute left, and they have to play aggressive here. But I think they just mess up. Let's see. Chicago in front. Rizzo touch. And Chicago pushed too far forward. And Squishy with the beat.
60 seconds left on the clock.
Kickoff. This time, Chicago cheats. Wow, it's a right to him. He wanted to go for the fake, but Squishy wasn't having it. A nice shot, but it's blocked. And they finally get one. Is that Rizzo scoring that? No, that's J-Naps, but Rizzo finds J-Naps. Does he touch this? I gotta turn off this camera. I don't think he does. Oh no, he didn't. He got called off. Okay, new kickoff. Gimmick goes. Here's your nap, quick shot. Squishy, a good save. Gimmick cam. Honestly, Gimmick probably unsung hero of this series. What happened here? So Gimmick whiffs. Torment also. Something happens with Torment here. Both him and Gimmick go. And that's open net. So now it's like, okay, let's not get scored on 3 different times, or yeah, 3 more times. Let's just kind of close this one, close this out. So get the comms back together. Torment gets the boost. Torment goes up for the touch. Get the strong, hard clears. Just boom the ball. Off to the side. Look at Squishy. Squishy went from playing deep and being aggressive to in the net. He is just sitting in the net. He goes up. You see G2, J-Naps turns off, but the rest of G2 pushes very hard forward. And that touch from Gimmick, double tap, bang, that's GG. So at some point, it's just for G2. Oh wow, Squishy didn't even go for kickoff. At some point for G2 in this one, they were forced to play aggressive, and Cloud9 got a lot of goals from them just being overly aggressive. For both teams, really, it just seems like there are times where Squishy will move too far forward, and it like Squishy throws off Torment and Gimmick. Like right now, Squishy throws off Torment, and if Torment's thrown off, then that affects kind of the rest of the team, because things get shaky. I feel like Torment is like, there's a lot of times where Torment could be going like a lot, which is, I mean, we saw it in, I believe it was game 4, yeah, last game, where they just played right past them. G2 though, in this series, whenever they were just too aggressive, they always got scored on. It happened in game 2. It happened every game. Every game, G2 was pushed too far forward and tried to make a play on offense. It didn't work out. Ball was boomed downfield, and they got scored on. Cloud9, I mean, when they didn't really have to put too much work in opening up the G2 offense. They just kind of let G2 open it up. I've always said Cloud9 have had dangerous transition plays. But a lot of this wasn't too dangerous. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. Like, when I say dangerous for them in terms of transition plays, I mean, like, hard to defend. I guess it would be hard to defend if you're not in your net. But even if you are in your net, and even if you're, like, if you're on your way back, it's really tough to stop them. They've had really good transition plays, and they've kind of always been known for that. But this series was definitely shaky from them. They were kind of cut off on some own transition plays. Torment with low boost is a problem. And Squishy kind of just threw off the team a couple of times. Gimmick, though, played very well. I probably would give him the MVP for the series, because he did so many plays that didn't get a lot of recognition. And like on offense and defense, Like Gimmick was on fire. In terms of G2, like they played well. It was just you can't put the blame too much on one person. I mean, there were some blatant whiffs from JNaps and some poor touches, but also Rizzo gave like a pass out to someone from Cloud9 and didn't have the best solid touches either. And then Chicago just wasn't hitting his shots. So there's a lot of things here and there from G2. But for both teams, it was a close series, kind of too close to call, especially going into a promotion tournament. So they have a lot to work on. They have a lot to fix up. But, oops, that is going to be it for this replay review for me. And yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thank you.